Fräulein Kappel, wer bist dein Freund? Zeigst du mir dein Ausweis?
We don't understand.
You speak English, don't you?
Du und die junge Frau musst mit mir kommen.
Wait a minute. You can't do that. We haven't done anything.
The shopkeeper you robbed might not agree.
What? Jeffrey, do something. He can't just do this.
If you are telling the truth, you have nothing to fear. But you must first come with me to the American consulate so that they can tell us your business here.
There's no point in resisting, which is going to be more trouble. So I suggest we go quietly and we explain things once we get down to the police station, okay?
Oh, my God.
Mein Gewehr! Gib mir mein Gewehr! Mein Hund! Mein Hund!
Okay, operator, if you can't get me Zurich, how about Frankfurt? Oh, come on, there's got to be a flight somewhere, someplace. Let's scrap that. Let's shoot for Italy, and then I'll take the train in. No, you don't understand. It's absolutely essential that I get in today to Switzerland. Yes, tomorrow night at the very latest. I'll have to call you back. Thank you very much. Hi. Yeah. Do you have an orange juice, Judy? Sure thing, please. So, Switzerland. Yeah, Switzerland. So what?
That was none of my bit thinking, man. You seem pretty anxious to get there.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm just investigating the possibility.
You taking up skiing or what?
Don't tempt me, or I will tell you what.
Serious?
Life and death, man. Life and death. Look, I think you could be a big help to me here. This is sort of operation that you could do in your sleep. I mean, it would take you right back to your old undercover days. Hmm?
You're not kidding about this, man.
No, I'm not. I wish I was, but I am not. I'm in a bit of a bind here, and if the truth be known, I wouldn't ask for your help, but I'm a little bit in over my head.
You know, maybe you should stop right there, buddy.
Why? I haven't even told you what it is.
Yeah, but you've told me enough to know that it's trouble, and if there was ever a day I gotta keep my nose clean, this is it. I'm meeting with the commissioner in about an hour.
Excuse me, the police commissioner?
Yeah. I'm going back on the force.
No, that is out of the question. The minute you or one of us steps onto that continent, Interpol will be following you right to Kelly.
From what I understand, they're close to Kelly as it is. Daddy, she's got to be going out of her mind. She has to see a friendly face. I'm going.
Eden, would you think about this, please?
Mama, I'm not changing my mind.
Eden, for crying out loud, we're frantic enough about your sister. We're not going to be worried about you now.
Don't worry. When it comes to being sneaky, I'm a chip off the old block, okay?
Oh, terrific.
I'll be careful, and I'm not staying here another day.
And get arrested like your sister.
Mama, she's my only sister, and I am tired of being patient. I am going to do something. Now.
Oh, yes. Stay well.
Did I knock him out?
It sure looks that way. You know, in many ways, it's a lot like home around here. I have a sneaking suspicion they don't look too kindly on assaulting police officers.
Well, how else was I supposed to get us out of here, Jeffrey?
You know, I've never hit a man cop before. I'm around you 10 minutes, and I'm throwing punches at a man with a gun.
Yeah, well, it worked, didn't it?
You're dangerous, you know that? You are hazardous to my
Can
health.
we talk about this later, please? Well, our health will be a lot better once we get out of here.
Если ты так волнуешься...
I'm so worried about what's going on.
What I'd really like to do is just take the rest of the afternoon off. I can just imagine what my so-called boss would say about that.
He'd understand if you told him it's a family problem.
Haley, he thinks people like me don't have family problems. I'm serious. As far as he's concerned, if the family's got money, then he thinks that the whole family has got everything else knocked. Real perceptive. I love that logic.
Those who have to struggle in life, most of their life, feel that money can cure almost anything.
If my dad could get his hands on all the money he ever made in his life, it still wouldn't be enough to get Kelly out of the situation she's in now.
Why don't you ask Jake for a few hours? Just a
Haley,
few.
he'd laugh. That's why he'd laugh at me. He would. And then he'd give me the old, if the old rich kid doesn't want to put in the hours, I can find somebody else.
All right, well, then you're going to have to prove to him you're not just some rich kid.
Hey, don't you think I have tried?
Here you have. Yes, it worked, but you need a new surrounding. Take him out for a drink.
Get him a drink?
Why not?
I don't think that's going to work. No, I mean, he likes not liking me. He likes the distance.
All right, it's up to you, but I think it would work.
Okay, well, I'll think about it.
Okay, I'll see you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming. No, it's true. I mean, it kind of helps break up the day.
I think one beer would be good. It couldn't hurt. Just one. Hey, I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
So what do you say? You think that so-called boss of yours is going to take you up on that drink or not?
I thought you were still at lunch.
Thing is, I don't have my tuxedo with me. I hope that's okay.
Did I miss something? I didn't invite you anywhere yet.
Well, I'm making it easy for you. I don't have any plans after work. Wouldn't mind a beer, as long as you're paying.
Yeah, I'm paying. One way to use up all that excess money I keep leeching from my family.
It's all gone too far. Don't you know that? This whole thing is out of control. Now, one more person going over there isn't going to make anything any worse.
2 more people. Eden is getting as pig-headed as you are.
Huh?
What's happening?
Pearl is now thinking of flying to Zurich with you. What have I got to do with you two? Lock you in, bar the door? What is it?
Look, Mr. C, it was my responsibility to go over there in the first place. Before the whole thing got botched up. All I ask is a chance to straighten things out. I mean, just think of poor Kelly.
Yeah, well, that's
She's
what
got to be
trying
petrified.
To say to you. This is exactly what I've been trying to say. She's got to see a friendly face. For God's sakes, Daddy, I'm the logical choice. I know my way around there. I can speak the language.
But so can I.
Well, great. I think the two of us should go together. We
You
can look
don't
after
even
each
know
other.
what you're saying.
You should go home and pack.
Now, damn it, you two can be walking targets. Are you nuts? Why the hell do you think you can get anywhere near Kelly?
Nobody but nobody is going to be on the lookout for us over there. Jeffrey's already there. Interpol's going to be concentrating on the 2 of them. They're not expecting 2 other people to arrive for the party.
Interpol will have agents at the airport checking all the incoming passengers. What are they going to do when they see Eden Capwell's passport?
You really think we get different passports?
How will you use different... What do you do? You do this every day? You're very experienced in this kind of a situation?
Who got Kelly out of the hospital? I know people. I have contacts.
Do you trust them?
All right. Since you were both bound and determined to do this, I suggest someone who really has some experience in high-level security go along with you. Now, there is one logical contender. Your mother and I have both thought of him. I'm sure you have also.
It's not possible. I will not get Cruz involved in something illegal.
She's right. Besides, I already tried.
You what? You already approached him on this?
Well, in so many words, when I brought up undercover, he backed off immediately.
Well, of course he did. He's getting ready to take his old job back. He can't get involved in something like this. He can't even consider it.
He considered if you talked to him.
Mother's right.
How can you even suggest that I put him in that position?
Let me ask you a question. How do you think he's going to feel if he finds out that you went off to Europe without him?
He is going to worry about you, worry to death, just like we are.
Mm-hmm. He's not going to be too thrilled with me either for not wanting him. I don't know, maybe we should give it a shot. Tell him about it, give him a chance to say yes or no. What do you think?
I hope you don't think that being in a church is going to give us sanctuary. And if the cops had come bursting in here any minute...
Listen, it is open, it's warm, and I need to sit down. Just give me 2 seconds.
Oh, maybe we should just stop. Wait here for them to find us.
No!
I can't believe that I'm running like I just escaped from a chain gang, and I don't even know why.
I know. This is crazy. You have nothing to run away from. I am the only one that does.
Okay, what is it, Kelly? Huh? What did you do or didn't do that they think you did? And why are you so afraid that they'll find out who you are?
Jeffrey, you must have heard some things back home about what I did. I mean, you work for my father. You have to be aware of some of these things.
All I've ever known was that you were in some kind of trouble. No one ever told me what started it.
All right, well, let's keep it that way, all right?
In fact, it was my understanding that no one even knew where you were. At least I thought so until a few days ago.
Well, then you know how serious it is, or my family wouldn't have risked sending me out of the country. But I really don't like talking about this.
Okay, how serious? How serious?
Oh.
What's the matter, Kelly?
My stomach. I don't know.
Just breathe. Breathe easy.
I mean...
But, all those chocolates you ate, and then all that running on top of it.
That's going to be it. I just got to lie down.
Put your feet up.
Jeffrey, you know what? Just go on. If the police come, don't worry about me. Just go on. It's just as well.
You're crazy? I can't just leave you here. Okay, look, I'm going to get you something. I'll go to a drugstore. I'll give them the symptoms and they'll find something. Look, it's going to be okay. You just stay here. I'll be back as soon as I can, okay?
All right.
All right? Like, I hope you know, I'm only doing this to get you in shape to do some talking, all right? You okay?
Bye, Jeffrey.
Okay, that ought to do it. What are you trying to prove?
Nothing. I'm doing my job.
You're trying to show me the rich kid isn't afraid to give it all he's got, huh? Okay, I'm sold.
No, I got something else in my mind. Maybe working up a sweat and get rid of it.
Yep. Problems at home?
Yeah, not with Haley, my family. My sister, to be exact.
Oh, the blonde?
Yeah, not Eden, no. Kelly. She's in Europe, has been for a long time. At least we think she has. It's complicated.
Well, that's how it is with people like you. You have your problems way off in Europe someplace, and we have ours in a trailer park in the south side.
Yeah, well, I guess if it hurts no matter where you are.
Yeah, you want to hurt, pal? You try growing up with my old man. You could dish it out on a daily basis and then some.
Dish what out?
Your dad ever slap you around?
No. Not physically.
What, he just took your allowance? That's a tough break. I can see why you're hurting.
Jake, you're not being fair.
No, I'm not. Neither is the world.
I won't argue with you there.
Good idea. Why argue when you should be home working things out with your family? Go on, take off. It's been a slow day here anyway.
No, it's okay, Jake. I'll stick around and finish here.
Nah, go ahead. Get out of here. You got something to do, go do it. You put things off too long, sometimes it's too late. Go ahead.
Please don't worry about me. I'm not your problem. I never was. Just take care of yourself and try to get home soon. And thanks for everything you've done for me so far. Kelly.
It's the kind of job that gets on your nerves once in a while, but I really missed it. I think I needed to get away for a little while just to realize how much it means to me.
Let's shake on it before you change your mind.
That sounds fair enough. Hope there won't be too much red tape to deal with. I'd like to get back in the saddle as soon as I could.
We can take care of it.
Well, that'd be nice, because...
We're too late.
I'll get the paperwork ready. All you'll have to do is come into the office.
Okay. Could you excuse me for a second, Commissioner? I think somebody wants to talk to me.
What's up?
Hi.
Eden's got she's got some business she'd like to discuss with you, and I think I'll see a man about a dog.
Did you come here to see me?
I can see you're in the middle of a meeting. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, that's the police commissioner.
Yeah, I know. You're going to take the plunge, huh?
Well, I haven't signed the papers yet, although that's probably just a formality.
That's
so wonderful. I can't tell you how happy I am for you.
Well, thank you, Eden. You didn't look that happy when you came in. Neither did Pearl. Is something wrong?
No, nothing. Really. That's congratulations in case the commissioner wants to know why you're talking to me. Santa Barbara is going to sleep much more peaceful now that you're back on the force.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to interrupt.
No problem. I know we have to get back to the station. You know Eden Capwell, I believe.
Of course. How are you?
No, I'm fine, thank you. I was just telling Cruz how happy we are he's going back on the force.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear you feel that way.
Oh, I do. Excuse me, I'll let you two get going.
You didn't tell him, did you?
No. Pearl, he's doing something he believes in. He's happy for the first time in a long time. I'm not going to ruin that. What happened?
Well, Jake, the rest of the afternoon off.
I told you. If you just gave him a chance.
Well, now, wait a minute. It wasn't quite like that. I mean, he gave me the afternoon off, but it was like an apology.
I don't understand.
I don't know, neither do I really. We just started talking about the families. He mentioned his dad, and then all of a sudden, he wasn't his happy-go-lucky, lukewarm kind of guy anymore. Right. I think he had it kind of tough when he was a kid.
Yeah. I mean, I picked up on that, too. But he confided in you. That's great.
Yeah, well, not quite. I mean, he kind of slipped out, and then he clammed up. You know? And stepped back like he touched a hot stove.
Well, start.
Yeah, and I think you're what's known as an optimist.
And I'm going to go get a snack in the kitchen, okay?
Good.
Ted?
Yeah.
Drive the alarms for me. Expecting it. Hello. Yes.
You certain? Yeah, you, keep us informed.
What?
Kelly was spotted with Jeffrey a few hours ago. Policemen identified them, but they got away.
Was she all right?
So far, yes.
I just wish she would call us so we can get someone to her to get her in a safe place.
Maybe they're still calling. She can't. God, this is becoming a nightmare. I could get over there myself.
No, absolutely not. There's someone has to stay here in case they come home safely. And we can't all be running in different directions, Cece, particularly not you. You're too visible.
I agree with Dad. I mean, I can't stand around here. I'm going to drive me nuts.
Cece.
What?
I just hope to God that Eden can talk Cruz into going over there. Because at this point, I think it's our only hope.
I picked up everything I could find on Zurich. Not much.
What you got?
This is where she was when Jeffrey supposedly found her. Now, if I'm not mistaken, she should be in this general vicinity. We're going to have to ask a lot of people, a lot of questions. So, how's your German?
Pretty good. I just can't spell things very well. I mean, I lived in Europe a long time, but I can't write it to save my life.
Terrific. All the German I know is from books. I could write a novel in it, but I doubt if I could ask for the men's room.
The toilet. There you go. We're saved.
Just wish I had some idea of the general direction where they took off.
I'll tell you, clues are something that we are very short of.
How about if we asked your father's people who've been over there? Maybe they found something.
No, I don't think that's a good idea, you see, because if we're being followed, then we'll just jeopardize everything.
Well, so what next? Transporting bloodhounds across international borders is going to be rather conspicuous, isn't
I'll
it?
tell you something. I wish we had some more time, because this thing is going awfully fast.
Maybe I better go to Rome.
Oh, no. I'm not backing out, really. I just wish we...
Hi.
Hi.
Hey. I thought you were at the station getting your bag back. Well, I was, but, you know, something's been bothering me. I wonder if you would mind if I spoke to Eden alone for a second.
Oh, sure. No problem.
Thank you.
So, you're an official inspector again? Did they give you your same badge number and everything?
Well, not exactly.
Oh, what do you mean? They can't give it to anybody else, can they?
Well, I didn't sign for the badge yet.
Why not?
I don't know. Something was stopped me. Something, about the way you sounded when we talked earlier, about the way you looked at me when you saw me with the commissioner.
Cruz, I'm really pleased. I mean, I was just surprised to see you, that's all.
Well, you know, it seemed to me like you might have been disappointed. Like maybe you wanted to say something to me, but you changed your mind.
You know me, I always have something to say.
Mm-hmm. You know, Eden, I already know that Perl is up to something weird here. I mean, he didn't tell me exactly what, but he tried to recruit me to get involved in some kind of undercover work. Now, something tells me that he's got you involved in this. Am I right?
Look, Cruz, it's not your problem. If you told Perl that you didn't want to be involved in it, then that's fine.
So he did go to you. Are you involved?
I haven't decided yet.
Were you going to ask me some advice about whether or not I think you should be?
Not exactly.
Were you going to ask me to help?
Look, Cruz, why don't we just stop with the questions? Let's just forget this, okay?
Well, you know, I tried to, and I can't even. So why don't you just tell me what this is?
Look, Cruz, you are on the right side of the law right now, and that's exactly where you belong. So just forget it.
Mm-hmm. And is that to imply that you are on the wrong side of the law?
I will not be forced into compromising you or making you into an accessory to something illegal by virtue of what you know. I did it once, and I swore to you it would never happen again.
Eden, this is about Kelly, isn't it? I mean, you're going to go and contact her for some reason. Are you going to try to bring her back here now?
I'm not answering your question, Cruz.
Then I am. Yes, it's Kelly. She's in trouble. Bad. We need your help.
Well, I got my answer, lady. Plastered right across the front page. Oh, when you said it was serious, I thought maybe you disgraced the family by carrying on at the garden or something. The last thing I expected was murder.
Jeffrey, it's not. It's not a murder.
Okay. Wanted for extradition to the United States since August. You've been in the land for some time, haven't you? Says the Interpol has been on your case all that time. So that's who those guys were. Interpol. No, wait a minute. They didn't show any badges.
That's what I was thinking. They were not the police.
Yeah, and I suppose if they had been, you wouldn't have been so
But
surprised,
Jeffrey,
right?
just give me a chance to explain.
Well, explain what? That I now face a prison term for concealing a murderess from an international manhunt? Hey, no sweat. You know, there's always time off for good behavior. Maybe it won't be so bad.
Listen, I didn't ask you to come here, and you are under no obligation to stay. Listen, I planned on being out of here by the time you got back. And I do appreciate everything you've done for me, but I guarantee you the police will understand when you told them you don't know what you got yourself mixed up in.
Don't. You're not going anywhere.
Let me go. This is your chance to get out free and clear, Jeffrey.
No, it's not going to work.
Of course it's going to work. You give them that note and tell them that I ran off by myself. No one could possibly think of you as my accomplice.
I mean, it's not going to work for me. I can't do that.
Oh, I shouldn't have written you a note. I should have just left. I mean, apparently now your heroic instincts aren't satisfied unless you turn me in yourself, right?
No, it's not that. Your father would never forgive me if I let anything happen to you.
Since when do you owe my father anything?
Well, I work for the man. He and your mother have been good to me.
Jeffrey, you're their chauffeur. If I'm not mistaken, that means you're supposed to drive one of their countless cars. Following errant children around Europe and getting in trouble with the police was not in your contract.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe I don't live my life for what's in a contract. You ever think of that?
Yeah, and maybe you're not just a chauffeur either. Because you're smart, and you think on your feet. Now, you didn't get that way driving people to meetings. My guess is, you wanted to work for my father so bad, you took the first job so you could move up the ladder with him.
And where do you get all this knowledge of my motivations? It's very interesting. Go on.
Why else would you be so keen on helping me if not to impress my father?
One very important, very practical reason. We both stand a better chance of getting out of this if we stick together.
Yeah, even if one of us is a fugitive murderess, as you so kindly put it.
I can't believe that you really murdered him.
Thank you.
So what really happened, huh? I mean, someone else did it and you got accused, right?
No, I did it.
Oh.
Jeffrey, it wasn't a murder. It was out of self-defense. I just didn't have time to prove it during my arrest.
I don't understand. If you come forward with the proof now, I mean, surely...
The cops are going to come walking in here any minute. We don't have time to talk legal strategy.
And I hate the thought of leaving this church. It's been good to us so far.
Yeah, well, we don't have much longer. Listen, we've got to get out of this place. We've got to get in some disguise or something. Maybe there's some stuff in back of that altar over there. Come on, let's go see.
Hey, that's a good idea. Now, why didn't I think of that?
Well, we dangerous criminals have to live by our wits, don't we?
Anyway, the chauffeur that we hardly even know goes over to my place to Europe.
with a note to give to Kelly. No sooner does he get there than lo and behold, Mr. C's Special Forces unit goes in to stage the kidnapping, right? Well, Jeffrey, he drops the note. He doesn't know what's going on. Kelly doesn't have a clue either. They split to who knows where, and that now leaves Interpol on their trail.
Now, they've gotten away from the police once, but who says that they're going to be able to do it again? Kelly didn't have the note, so she didn't know that all this was just some big plan to get her home safely. She doesn't know who's on her side and who isn't on her side.
That's exactly why we got to get over it.
Got to get her home.
Hey, listen, I understand how you feel about this, but you are both running the risk of being named as accessories, and not to mention the fact that your parents are, too. I mean, the more people get involved in this, the more publicity you'll generate. Pretty soon the whole family is going to go on trial.
Well, if that happens, it happens. We'll deal with it. I'm not deserting my sister.
Me neither.
Well, if you are bound and determined to do this, at least you came to the right place.
All right,
because
there's your right.
you're going to need some help.
Not from you. Right. And not another word out of you. You have already said too much as it is, Pearl.
Maybe he realizes that I want to know about stuff like this
Yeah,
when
well,
it's coming
knowing
down.
is that enough? You can't do anything, or you'll never work for the department again. Now, I think what you should do is just wish us well and send us on our way.
I can't do that. There's no way I can let this
Look,
go.
you are going to go down to the station, and you are going to sign those contracts. And you are going to pretend like this conversation never existed.
Two chances. Eden, wait a second.
Pearl, let's go. What's the matter? Slipping?
No. You look, very authentic. Amazingly authentic.
For a murderess.
You know, I should think we've got a chance of making it to the airport. You like to tempt fate, don't you?
That should have been obvious the minute I decided to let you tag along. Now, don't make me go much slower, all right?
Yes, sister. Anything you say, sister.
We knew no one was going to sell us a ticket to the States without seeing our passports.
Yeah, I thought they might just take pity on a poor nun who'd lost her luggage. It's worth a try.
Yeah, well, it failed. What now?
If the good sister would kindly zip her lip a minute, I might be able to think of something.
Well, I wish you hadn't dropped that note Pearl gave you.
Oh, well, forgive me, but there was a certain amount of confusion going on at the time. You know, only a couple of goons were about to make their day at my expense.
Jeffrey, I'm not blaming you. I just wish we had that note right now. It probably had a lot of instructions from my father or something. Like somebody that could doctor passports for us in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not.
You know, or if you opened the letter in the plane, at least you would have known what it said.
Hey, number one, it was addressed to you, and I don't go about opening up other people's mail. Number two, Pearl acted as if it were a live hand grenade about to go over my face.
I wonder where Pearl is now.
I told you. The last time I saw him, he was being tailed by the cops. That's where I had to get on the plane in his place.
All right, well, I'm sure he's gotten away from the police by now. I mean, for all I know, he's probably on his way to Zurich right now. Maybe we should just sit tight and wait for him to show up.
Oh, you don't trust me to get us out of this?
Well, do you hang out with the kind of people that can fake passports?
We're not going to get passports.
Well, then how do we get tickets?
We're not going to get tickets.
What? Does your scheme involve angels with wings or what?
Very simple. We wait till right before the flight takes off, and then we help ourselves to the boarding pass of a fellow traveler.
What? A stowaway?
Right.
Oh, right. And then if someone gets suspicious mid-flight and decides they want to throw us out without a parachute, say la vie?
Well, you got a better plan?
Your attention, please. Local police have traced two American fugitives, a young woman and a young man, to this location. They have been seen wearing a priest's robe and a nun's habit.
Oh, great. Get it
How
off.
did
Get
it
the clothes off. Oh, no.
Yeah. And what do we do now? Find a horse and walk out through the terminal as Lady Godiva?
There's got to be something over here. Put this on.
At least they smell authentic.
Oh, Jeffrey, how can you joke right now anyway?
It's called trying to keep your head when I'm about you. I'm trying to put it in a noose. So I'll make a few jokes. I feel better, you know? Cover your ears if you don't listen. Listen, once I get these on, I'll go out and get our boarding passes. That should give you plenty of time to get changed, all right?
All right.
Okay. Now, how does it look?
We're fine.
Yeah?
Well, go on. You're wasting time.
I can't wait for you to get out of that nun's habit. It makes you very bossy, you know that?
Jeffrey.
What? More orders?
Yes. Be careful.
Hey, you need a beer, not that sweet.
И сладкой дряни.
Нет, Джейк, я буду лимонад.
А ты, Тед, еще не созрел для пивка?
Нет. No, still a little early for me yet.
Anything at home?
No, not yet. I think we ought to get going. What do you say?
Yeah, I was just ready to get another one. You're not going to cut me off now, are you?
No, of course not. You go ahead.
It's not as if you can't afford it or anything.
That's right. I invited you. This one's on me.
I mean, you know, I can spring for a few beers. I'm no charity case here.
Ted didn't say you were, Jake.
Really don't.
Hey, you didn't want to be here anyway. I heard you. And you think it's like your place for guys like you to try to civilize guys like me. I mean, you buy me a beer, you pretend you're my friend, and then you think everything's dandy after that. Well, I can't be bought off, okay?
I wasn't trying to buy you off. I just thought maybe we could get together and talk about some other stuff besides money and my working privileges with you guys. But you think I look at you as some sort of strange species, totally different from me.
Oh, but you look at me as your equal, right?
Okay, Jake. You want the truth? No. No, I do not look at you as an equal because you make it that way. You know, when we first met, you put this line and you made darn sure that you were on one side and I was on the other. Well, I cannot fight that. And after today, I don't even want to, Jake.
Wait, Ted, please. What Jake was saying doesn't really mean.
Oh, so what are you going to say now? That he's drunk and you can't blame him? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't have patience for drunk. Come on.
Hey, you call me a drunk?
Let's not start anything, all right?
Don't worry, nothing's going to start. Because we're getting out of here.
No. Ted, you can't leave him. Look at him there, see?
The heck we can't. Come on.
He's going to get home.
That's his problem. You coming or not?
I can't.
Yeah, well, I can't stick around. I'll do something I'm sorry for.
What's your problem? We were having a friendly evening, Jake.
Look, Ted's not my friend. He was just doing what you wanted him to do.
No, that isn't true. He was trying to make things work between you two. You fixed that.
Hey, look, if you're so mad at me, why don't you leave with him?
Because somebody's got to drive you home.
No, you know, that's what I call above and behind. No, that's
Above and beyond?
That's right.
The Call of Duty, yes, that's it. Come on, get up.
You know, what's old Teddy boy gonna say when he finds out you're driving me home?
He'll think I'm nuts, but he'll understand.
Understand? Come on.
You having second thoughts?
You wait for that.
I know. You're afraid I can't be the world's greatest detective, even if I set my mind to it, right?
Sure you can.
I know that. Look, you're thinking world's greatest detective. Give me a break. More like Inspector Clouseau.
Pearl, I'm just tired, okay? I don't think I've had an hour's worth of sleep in the past week, okay?
Tell you what. You can sleep all the way over on the flight to Zurich. How's that? I'll order you 2 pillows and a blanket when I check this in.
Just missed her. She's on her way to the airport.
What time is the flight?
Half an hour.
Thanks.
Cruz, the plane will take off before you...
Do you actually suppose he's going to try to catch up with him?
What the hell he does?
Don't say I told you so, you know, but it's a little tricky than...
I thought it seemed a little too quiet around here.
Yeah, I was just listening to it. Silence. Reminds me another time, long time ago before we had our children.
Oh, darling, I can barely think that far back.
You know, I used to think this house was so big and empty and cold, and I felt like I had to tiptoe around it. And then the kids came, and every one of them warmed it up for us, all those little lives adding so much to ours. Silly, I don't know why I'm thinking this right now.
No, honey, it's not silly. I was thinking the same thing. Very lonely here without the children.
What if something happens to them?
Darling, nothing is going to happen to them. They're bright, beautiful girls. They take after both of us. They got the best of you. They got your looks. They got my... What do they have in mind?
No, beats me. Oh, they have your intelligence and your strength and your courage.
Well, maybe we got too much courage.
I don't know.
You're worried, huh?
Oh, yeah.
See if I can help a little bit.
Yeah. It sure does. You know what? I don't know how I ever managed without you.
Marie, you better turn that around. It's how I ever managed without you. These years. I had the family, I had the business. Never enough. I wanted you back so much, I used to dream about it. Gonna tell you something. When this is all over and this whole family is back together again, nothing will ever separate us. Kelly is going to be back in this house where she belongs, and Gina is going to be out on the street where she belongs. We're going to get all together again, and we're going to have a united front. If no other purpose than to be witness to the most exciting and wonderful moment of our lives.
What moment is that?
The moment I hit you. The moment we get married.
Oh, baby, how I long for that day.
Well, don't you worry about it, darling, because it's going to happen.
I just want our girls back safe right now. Will you promise me something?
Anything.
And you just promise me that you don't let go of me until all this is over.
You got it. You got it.
Boy, I love you.
I love you, too.
Oh, great. Dale, what I do?
I'm sorry. I thought you had enough time.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to get out of an untied? It's not as easy as you think.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Who said that?
I mean about the boarding passes. Not one of my better plans. I don't know how we're going to get on that plane.
I do. Turn around.
Very becoming.
Do you want to know how we're going to get home or not?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah?
Look, these are going to New York. Now that means someone's going to come in here, load them up in a minute, right? That's great.
Not necessarily. What's in there?
It doesn't matter what's in there. Look, you take these out, you put them over here in these empty crates, and we get in there.
What? What? All night in the box? You mean all night and then some? No, I think I'd rather take my chances with the boarding passes.
Look, Jeffrey, even if you got one, which you just admitted was no easy task, it wouldn't be 2 minutes you were on that plane, and you'd be seen, identified, and arrested. These boxes are perfect. We're going to travel in total secrecy.
Yeah, total, dark, airless confinement,
There
that's
is
what.
air, Jeffrey. They ship animals. Come on. Isn't it worth it to not be seen?
I don't know if I can answer that question.
Do you have claustrophobia?
Yeah, well, maybe just a little bit. It's very common, you know. Don't look at me that way.
No, Jeffrey, I sympathize. But right now is not the time to give in to your fears. I mean, you think boxes are going to make you climb walls. Try prison. This is your choice. Either 15 hours in a box or 15 years in a cell. Where are you going?
Doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
Why? You want to have a nice little chat about your ride home with Jake? Must have been real cozy. Having a little private chauffeur
Stop it.
ride.
If I hadn't taken him home, he would have tried to get himself home. I can't live with a drunk on the road.
Well, you could have found somebody else.
I didn't know anyone else. He didn't either, so who was I supposed to ask?
Sorry.
I mean, you don't need me quoting statistics about drinking and driving, do you?
No, I don't. You did the right thing.
I understand if you're ticked off. I was too.
Yeah, but you don't let it get the best of you.
Because he reminds me of somebody.
Who?
My father. You know, he could be so ornery and he could be so mean. It's because he wasn't happy with his own life. And so he didn't know how else to do it.
You're very special.
No, I'm not.
Well, you are. You're a very good person. And you see the good in everybody else.
You do.
How'd I ever get so lucky, huh?
Look, all you gotta do is do it. Don't think about it. The minute you start contemplating, you lose your nerve. All right, come on. Get in.
Hey, you feel those sweaty palms? I'm not kidding around here.
You're doing fine. Just get in. Come on.
Okay, I'm here.
All right. It's not so bad, is it?
But it could be worse.
All right, listen. I'm going to be right over here, okay? Just think of us as neighbors. Traveling neighbors. All right?
Wait a minute. Do you mind if I ask you just one question?
What?
Well, this killing, you know, the self-defense thing, who was it? A burglar or something? Huh?
No. It was a man. Someone that I started to fall in love with. But things changed.
You came.
Yeah. Everything's gonna be okay.
Tomorrow on Today, a troubling interview from San Quentin with convicted killer Charles Manson.
I'm John Palmer. We'll also preview the President's State of the Union speech.
Tomorrow on Today.